Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. Winding down this series of videos, just a couple of missions left, a couple of packages left, and then we will be done. So we're doing our last Asuka mission. So this one is called SAM, S-A-M. That acronym means something. I don't know. The M may be the missile. I'm not sure. So what we're supposed to do here is head over to the airport. And got to have at least one rocket to do this mission, I think. Now there is some fancy pants way that the real speedrunners of this game use, which involves driving over to the dam and then going out to one of those like arms where we got a hidden package off the dam, and then like standing in exactly the right spot, aiming at a particular point on a fence, and then shooting upwards to rocket this airplane out of the sky much earlier than you're intended to. Let me tell you, that is a really clever strat. I have not even tried. So I'm going to do the intended strat, which is to just go to the airport, wait for the 3-minute timer to expire, which will lead to the dodo landing on the runway, and then we shoot it when it's landing, and then pick up a whole bunch of collectibles. I don't know what it is we're picking up. Maybe it's Spank. I don't know. And then driving back with I think we get 4 stars initially. I'm going to grab 1 bribe star to bring us down to 3, and driving back to end the mission. But the timer is so generous, if you know what you're doing here, that you end up just with a bunch of time to kill. And so to try to make this a little bit more efficient, I routed in 2 of the airport packages. And so we could have gotten these when we did our airport run before, but I left them here just to give us something to do. But I didn't want to leave any of the unique jumps, and I didn't want to leave too much here, just so that you don't run out of time before you have to be ready to rocket that the airplane as it's landing. Okay, so we will have some time to kill here, but that's okay. I don't know what I'm driving towards here. That was totally wrong. We need to go this way. So my usual strat, I just got totally lost, is to go across like through these helicopters and over this kind of platform between the runways. Now there's bad guys over there. I honestly don't even know what they do. I mean, maybe if you get closer to them, they harass you. And I think they're supposed to like try to fight you to pick up the stuff that falls out of this helicopter, but they never have in all of my attempts at this. So I'm looking at the mini map, and I'm going to stop right here, which is like right at the kind of corner where this section of the airport has a little bit of a piece sticking out to the north. That's to my left here. So I just get out right around here. I'm going to turn the car around just because we're going to be heading this way after the plane lands and everything. But that's where I go, just looking for roughly where this thing starts. Okay, so we stand over here. I don't have a particular spot. There's bad guys over there. I used to snipe them, and then I discovered it didn't make any difference at all whether they were sniped or not. So I'll stand near the runway and get my rocket ready, and then wait for this plane to come. So the plane, I think, is marked in yellow, and so it's headed towards this runway, and there it comes off in the distance. So I'm just going to wait for it to get closer and then aim just a little bit in front of it. I shoot it twice just in case. My second shot I don't think has ever accomplished anything. Wait for the plane to blow up the second time. But anyway, that's it. So then we pick up these packages, whatever they are. I don't know. Maybe it's like Girl Scout cookies or something wholesome. 7 and 8. All right, Spank. Okay, so we're going to head over to the construction site. So this drive can be a little bit dicey. So we're going to go this way over to this concrete thing here. I'm going to run to the right just against this building. Usually police cars come from right to left here. And I pause a beat just to see if they're going to come out. Oh, there's a bad guy there. All right, there's a police car. This is already going worse than normal. Okay, so what I want to do is grab the bribe star, which is right over here. Now, you can grab 2 more bribe stars, which would make this drive back to the construction site much more straightforward. But I am just going to go for it. So 2 convenient bribe stars. One of them you'd make a right over here, and then drive up the stairs at the end over by that subway entrance. And then the other one is left up here. Leave me alone, sir. And then in that grassy median on that main airport road. but we're just going to go for it. All right, so this is a little bit trickier because, oh goodness, this is getting worse. Getting worse. No, don't push me over the edge. You can go over the edge. Okay, so a little bit dicier just because the bridge was up, but then you know, then they despawn and all good. Okay, so no problem at all. But again, this drive is easier if you get your wanted level down to 2 or even 1 star. So I'm going to try to take a little shortcut here, but this police car is going to try to harass me. I don't see it. Oh, there's one. What I want to do is kind of jump. I'd like to really get off of this ramp. Like I'd like to jump over here. Oftentimes I get clobbered by a police car who's following me, and some officer who is quite dedicated to the craft. But even if you flip your vehicle there, you can usually find another vehicle to get into, and just run over here. It's not that long a drive, but that makes things dicier. And then just head over here into the marker. So not too bad, but again, if you don't like the stress of that 3-star drive, then just go pick up some more whatchamacallits, some more Prime Stars. Okay, next thing is we're going to go to, so that was the last of the Suka missions. You can see that the markers left on the map are few and far between now. So we've got one more green phone mission, then we'll do the best mission in the game. That's the final David Love mission. And then finally the one and only Catalina mission, which is the culminating mission of the whole game. Okay, so I've got a note that says OM, so that means start the mission first and then read the note. So it says refill your health if your armor is less than 50. So there is a timer, but the timer is generous enough that you can just head over this way. And I'm going to continue going south on this road, but just go right into your safe house there. Fill up your armor if your armor is less than 50. And that isn't for this coming mission or the one after, but it's for the Catalina mission. But we've got full everything here, so we are good to go. So we're going to go into a parking area, kind of a walled-in parking area we've been to several times. Just head straight south here as if you were going to the David Love mission starting spot. And then we're going to go into this area here on the right. So looking for this big white building, and then right here towards the dot. And then we're going to hop in this marked car, park a little bit far away from it so that I can drive this marked car out of Dodge without worrying about my car that I just took here getting in the way. We'll slash because we did that, didn't need to do it. Okay, unskippable cutscene here. Now there is a speedy way to do this that I tried and I just could not get consistent, but the idea is as that cutscene is about to start, you hop out of your vehicle. So you're standing outside the vehicle right now, even though you can't control your movements. And then this guy's going to come over and blow himself up near our car. It's no problem. And then you just like M16 all of these bad guys and the vans that they generate from. But I just couldn't do it fast enough and reliably enough that the guys would just like kind of gang up on me, and I wasn't able to consistently take care of the vans that they spawn from. So I take the slower, it's not super slow, but definitely slower technique, and that's to come over here where we're plenty safe. Switch to your favorite M16, and there's a bunch of vans that we're going to blow up. There's one, here's another one right here, and then I don't know whether that's one or not, but I blow it up just for kicks. And then there's one more, and that's right over there. Okay, and now all we have to do, that's all the vans, and now all we have to do is take out all these bad guys here, the spank something or other madmen. So we drop a grenade, that takes care of a bunch of them. We'll just go down here to make sure there's nobody waiting for us. I'll switch over to this weapon and then take this guy out. Just one shot takes care of them because they're they're wearing some dynamite vest or something. So this one here, we just need to get close enough for him to wake up and start coming towards us. Good enough. And there you go. So we took like 2 damage, no problem at all. And that one is done. So let's move on to the final. That's the last green phone mission. Now we'll move on to the final David Love mission. So we come right over here and head out to D. Oh, sorry. That's my fault. Okay, and best mission in the game. Here we go. Check it out. So we come in here. We skip the cutscene where David Love turns out to be missing and passed. Look at that. I think I just tied the world record for that mission. That is awesome. Somebody clip that. Okay, so last mission is the culminating mission, the one and only Catalina mission. So here we go. So we're going to head over to the third and final island. If I didn't have a fast car here, I'd probably switch to one just because the drive is kind of long. Yeah, and so the premise of the final Catalina mission is that you are stripped of all of your weaponry by Catalina's henchmen, and then you have to kind of like run and gun your way out, just picking up the weapons that the dead guys drop. And it can be very difficult. I failed it many times as I was learning this game. But we're going to go through and I'll show you what I think is a pretty safe strat. There are slightly quicker strats. There's like a cycle type thing with the helicopter. And I think that our technique here is going to take the helicopter out at the start of its like third cycle. It might be possible to get it a little bit earlier, like on the second cycle. I don't know. But I do not use an aggressive strategy here. We go slow and steady on this one, because the bad guys have some very powerful artillery, and so if they start shooting at you, it's easy to go from full health to dead pretty darn quick. If we need armor, like we don't, like hopefully you filled up your armor recently, but if you haven't, then you can fill up your armor right here, right there. So let's go to the right here and across this main road. So there's the slash telling me to go pick up my armor. I typically only need the armor if I fail this mission and then I'm at the hospital. And then it's not too bad to just go grab that armor there and start the Catalina mission again. In fact, failing the Catalina mission isn't that big of a time loss, honestly, because your weapons are stripped at the start of the mission. It doesn't much matter if you have no weapons because you just died. Okay, so we skip the cutscene, run away. You usually get shot up a little bit here, but typically no more than 50. Which is why I had that note that said if my armor is under 50, then refill it. But if my armor is like 51, then likely I will still have a little bit of armor left even after getting shot up there. And then we can refill the armor right here. So now we're at full health, full armor, full everything. And now we're going to carefully, not too quick here, we're going to smush this guy. And then we're going to head out here and I'll switch to my damaged vehicle. We're actually going to switch to another vehicle again anyway. But start driving back towards the dam. And then the helicopter comes, very short, unskippable cutscene. And then there's a note that says go just past the curvy road. I can see it up here. And then we're going to switch to another sports car, but the benefit of this other one is that it isn't damaged because we're about to get shot at a bunch as we plow our vehicle through some bad guys and their vehicles. So slash that. And we're going to take this little path here, driving through the grass very slowly because it's hard to see. Don't fly into the pool. And then through this little narrow gap right here. And then out to the road. And so what we're after, I'll spin the car around, the camera around. So we're trying to drive through basically the middle of those two cars there. You can go on the right if you want. I aim for the front tire of the right-hand car. That's what my instructions say anyway. So a little bit of pace, you get shot at somewhat. If your car catches fire, get out quick and run over here. But usually it's pretty safe. But I definitely don't like taking a damaged vehicle to get here. Okay, so then I grab the sniper, we got 5 of them, and make them count. So one way back here, another one up here, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna run. Now we're gonna grab this weapon here. I'm trying to grab the weapons of all 3 of these guys if I can. Shoot this guy. Did that work? There it went. And come up here, hopefully grab this before it despawns. Shoot that guy, shoot that guy. Did that work? Nope. Okay, there is a heart like right here if you need it. I think we're good. Okay, so if I can grab this weapon before it disappears, I will. All right, so I'm gonna shoot this guy. Now if I go, did that work? Didn't work. So once you pass a certain spot, this cutscene happens. We're gonna spin 180 degrees around because they point us the wrong way. We're going to blow up this car, we're going to blow up that guy and this guy, and then we're going to run away before that helicopter drops all these explosives. And we're going to grab this hidden package. We're going to wait for all the exploding stuff to end down there. And then this weapon is the one that we want. We've got 38 of them. Who's left to kill here? So I'm trying to get weaponry if I can. So I'll shoot this thing. There's a guy right next to that vehicle. I've only got 16 of these nice bullets left. 7 left. Oh, this is trouble. Oh, this is super trouble. Oh my goodness, I'm on fire. And there's like, oh, this is real bad. Okay, who's left? You. 16 health. Oh, this is rough. Okay, no worries, gang. So there's 3 guys left to kill up here. Let's take them out, hopefully without getting shot ourselves at all. Don't shoot Maria. One more person over here. All right, so I'm not going to make my... do I have no weapon? Oh my gosh, I have no weapons left. What about this? What about this? Okay, so I didn't make my 3rd cycle of the helicopter because I had some troubles there. So we just grabbed the 100th hidden package, and then we grabbed this rocket here. I think I messed up my slashing and stuff over there on the right. So what did we do wrong? I was supposed to slash there, and then we'll slash these ones as well. Okay, so you got 3 rocket something or others, so just kind of aim in front of where this guy is going to come. He follows a fixed loop. I like to shoot him twice just for kicks. I don't know that it's possible to have Maria like blow up if she's too close to all those explosions there, but I see real speedrunners running away, so I run away. Okay, and now there is an unskippable 1 minute 55-second cutscene. Well, you can skip it, but not until almost 2 minutes have elapsed. So it's a nice culminating cutscene, which I'm talking over, but I'm pretty sure you can't hear it anyway, the way that I've set my recording up. But this mission will pass after about 1 minute 55. Well, once we skip the cutscene after 1 minute 55. So what we're going to do is, yeah, okay, so we can't do anything. So what I'm looking for to know when I can skip the cutscene is looking for the stadium image. That'll be one of these static images that shows up here. Once the stadium image begins to fade, that's when we can hit the shift button to skip the cutscene, and you can say it says shift after 155. So that was very close to mission failed because I was only down to like 16 health or something. But if I had failed, like I said, it's not that big of a time loss because you end up at the hospital on that 3rd island, and then you can grab the armor on the way to starting Catalina again, and you don't need to restock any weapons because, like I mentioned, they take them all away from you during the cutscene at the start of the Catalina mission. So play that mission safely for sure. I think I just had some ran out of ammo or something and was exposed. I was right in front of like 3 of those bad guys all at once. That was problematic. Okay, so there's the stadium. We can't skip just yet, but I'm waiting for this mission, this picture to fade. And then I'll hit either shift key, which will skip the rest of this cutscene, which is pretty long actually, as they roll the credits. Okay, so after we, all right, so I just hit shift there and we skipped. And then we end up back at our safe house on the 3rd island. Oh, and they refilled our health and everything. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so I'll grab armor and weaponry, although it doesn't matter because I don't think we're firing any more bullets. So what I'm looking for is a fast car on the way to the tunnel. Oh, we just got a wanted star. Are you kidding me? Come on, officer. I'm basically finished with this game. Okay, so let's wind down. So still looking for a fast car. We're going to take this tunnel all the way back to the 2nd island, where we will pick up the fixed rhino. So I'm going to slash here, even though I have not yet found my fast car. And we're going to ignore the first right-hand turn on this tunnel, in the tunnel, because that is the airport. We don't want that. We want the 2nd right-hand turn. So we skip this one, looking for the next right-hand turn, which will take us to the 2nd island, and then we'll head over to Phil's place, where the rhino, which is the tank, now has a fixed spawn. I think that it only spawns after you beat that Catalina mission. You don't need to get 100% though to get the tank to spawn. I think it's just that Catalina mission unlocks the tank. And we're going to take that tank all the way back to the 1st island import-export garage. What's happening here? Okay, so here's our second island exit. And then we'll drive our very slow moonbeam all the way back. And then if you take a look at the timing program, you'll see that we're going to import-export the Rhino, the tank. And then we're going to import-export a Yankee and a Mule, both of which are fixed spawns, always unlocked right by the Portland import-export garage. And then you're supposed to finish the Portland import-export garage fixed spawns. So there was a collection, I think it was a collection of like 6 fixed spawns when I made the video where we went through and found like the Moonbeam and the Pony and the Rumpo, and a couple of other things. There's a Patriot in there, the Coach, which is the bus, and then I feel like there was one more. I'm actually going to remake that. Well, I'm not going to remake the video. I'm going to make an additional video because 2 of those things that we're supposed to get are the Moonbeam and the oh, if you want a slightly faster way to travel, you can push 4 or 5 to rotate the turret of the tank, and if you rotate it behind you, you can left click to fire, and that gives you a little bit of a speed boost. Actually, the tank can have one of the highest top speeds in the game because of this ridiculous speed boost. That said, I'm not looking to get any wanted stars here, or I'm not looking to get 2 wanted stars. So if I get 1, I'll stop the nonsense. But I'm kind of trying to avoid touching any of these other vehicles because that will make them explode and increase my wanted level. So don't want that, just kind of gently making my way back to the bridge that will lead to the first island. And as soon as I get 1 wanted star, I'll stop firing the tank until the wanted star disappears. All right, so I accidentally blew that guy up. My fault, sir. Here's an E-card for you. Okay, so what I was saying is that as I played through this game after making the video series and after I got that purple 9s glitch, I had to start all over. And as I started all over, when I went to grab the Moonbeam, which is in the middle of St. Mark's Mafia territory, those Mafia folks just wrecked me. I think I got shot up once and died like before I even got into the Moonbeam, and then another time I got in the Moonbeam and the Moonbeam exploded like instantly, not even like catch fire and then run away, but like the Moonbeam exploded like instantly. I had no chance to even get out and save my life. So I'm going to make another video where I kind of go through an alternative where we, we had that taxi in the very beginning of the game where we gathered 4 kind of rare-ish vehicles, the secure car and the bus and the trash master and the flatbed. And I'm going to recommend that you add the Moonbeam and the Patriot to that list of 4. And the Moonbeam and Patriot are not nearly as rare. They do have fixed spawns, but those fixed spawns are both in St. Mark's. And picking up anything in St. Mark's after you tick off the Mafia can be problematic. All right, so I'm just looking there to make sure that it's been picked up. A minus, we get into this thing, which is the Yankee. So when we were looking to kind of kill time to get the BF injection, like time window, we picked up some of the vehicles that are that have fixed spawns, or you might find them in the wild because they're all convenient, like all those van type things. We completed the list already in this particular video playthrough series. But if you hadn't completed the list, like you did, like 1 or 2 or none of them, and then the time was correct to go get that BF injection, then after we drop off this mule, that's the time to finish the Portland list. So it's okay if you have some left over to get here. If you're not sure which ones are left over, you can just take a look at the wall here. So you can see all the cars. Nice. So now I could take any of those, including the Dodo. Grab the Dodo. So I'm going to minus here. Now, I actually don't think that you get full credit for everything at this point. Where's the stats? Because even though hopefully we've dropped everything off, see, we're at 95%, but the final import-export section, which is all these emergency vehicles here, you don't get credit for it until you get close enough to like spawn all of the icons for the free cars that you could grab. So there they are. And now if we click on, all right, so I'm going to slash that. And now if we click on this, we click on the stats, it should be back up to 100. And that means we win. So here it says I got 73 missions out of 76 attempts, and I got busted 1 time and died no times. I actually don't even remember if that is accurate relative to the majority of the video playthrough, because like like I said, when I discovered I had the purple nines glitch, I had to start over. And so these are really the stats from the starting over before the mission Uzi Rider, where we needed the purple nines to show up. But anyway, that is 100% complete on GTA 3, a game that I find to be very unforgiving and very difficult for the casual gamer. And so hopefully this video series was helpful to you. Feel free to, like write comments in the comment section below. But this was kind of fun. It's my favorite game, and I spent a lot of time learning a route from RD3 line, and then uh, adjusting the route, tweaking the route to make things a little bit more efficient and consistent for me. And so hopefully this route and video series proves helpful to some of you out there in YouTube land. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me to the end, and we'll see you soon.